bug you a little bit. As far as Madison goes, there's so many cool places. What's your favorite spot besides this one?
My favorite spot? Man, I don't know. I would have to say maybe like to eat or just to chill.
To eat would be good. Look at me. I like to find out new places.
To eat, I don't know. I kind of go Union South sometimes. I find myself going there a lot, especially during school, a lot. So yeah, maybe there. I mean, I'm not a big walker, not gonna lie. I drive places, so I'd have to say there.
Was it watching that Minnesota game? I imagine you saw how Braylon wore down. You probably could have imagined if you were in there to get 15, 20 carries, things could have been a lot different. How was that?
Out of all the games I missed, that was probably the most difficult for me to watch on the couch. I don't like missing games in general. I've never missed football for a long period of time, but that one especially ate at me because like I feel like I could have changed the game, and like when someone feels like you could do something and make something different, it almost makes it worse, and it was difficult for me to watch from the couch for sure.
Chez, you said you're 100%. Do you expect to be full goal tomorrow, or is there a plan to kind of bring it back?
I'm full goal tomorrow. Yeah, I'm full goal tomorrow, but leading up through all camp, I think there will be a plan in place for me, you know, when there is a full day of practice, I might have an off day in between, you know, just kind of, it's kind of going to be like play it by ear, like how I feel, so I do plan on being full goal tomorrow.
Are you ahead of schedule?
I would say I'm pretty ahead of schedule. I mean, next week would be 9 months, and I feel great. Like I've honestly been feeling great since the 7-month mark. And the last 2 months have been me just kind of polishing up, like how I've been cutting, you know, and stuff like that.
A lot of guys talk about, you know, the mental part of an injury is maybe harder than the physical part. You feel confident enough to take a hit, you know, on the leg or plant it at full speed, or is that something you're going to have to establish in fall camp or even a couple weeks into the season, you know, at full game speed?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of just goes with what I've been doing the last like 2 months. Like I've been feeling really good, but also like you said, the mental part. I'm going to feel great, but am I going to be able to cut at a 90-degree angle when someone's chasing me? And that's kind of what I've been working on the most, and I feel like that's going to be something I detail along through fall camp.
What do you think will be different about Braylon's game this season after he just got thrown into the fire and, you know, kind of had to learn on the go and then, you know, be the only running back there by the end of the season?
Yeah, I just think that he was a freshman last year, so you know, when you're a freshman, and the next year the game starts slowing down. So I feel like for him especially, the game's just going to start slowing down for him, and it's just going to be becoming a lot easier. Just not even just running the ball, like pass plays, getting the ball out of the backfield, and I feel like that's going to come really easy for him this year.
What's the potential for this group, this running back room this year? We've heard a couple times, Braylon said it, that he thinks it's the best in the conference, maybe even in football.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think, but that's the thing. I think that our goals are kind of endless with this group, especially. You know, Bray, myself, Isaac, Chez, weaknesses like that. We all compliment each other also. We all lean on each other. So I mean, I feel like the goals are endless with this group.
But you are, just to react, you are expected to be a full practice participant as soon as tomorrow. You'll be ready to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What do you expect for yourself? I mean, do you think there's a mental hurdle to overcome? Knowing the last carry that you had, you went down, or do you feel like you could be better than you were?
I feel like I can be better. I feel like last year I was almost limiting myself. It was just like I couldn't play, and I was pretty banged up. But I just feel like this year I understand the offense a lot more, and I just feel like I'm in a better place mentally. And it doesn't necessarily matter if I'm the starter or not. I just know that like whatever this team needs for me to do, that I'll do it. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Do you have to remind Braylon that, you know, you were the starter and he was once your backup, or are you kind of handing the reins to him and, you know, you'll work in when necessary?
Nah, our relationship not even like that. I honestly didn't even care if I started last year. I came here to get carries, and I feel like there's plenty of carries to go around, especially at this school.
How much more dangerous of a backfield, you know, you feel like you guys can be if you're able to get through the whole season and just take that burden on him, so by the time fourth quarter comes, you know, he's fresh and that defense is, you know, maybe gasping for air.
Right, and I feel like that's where our games kind of complement each other so well. I just feel like throughout 4 quarters, I don't think that there's a better team in the country that can, you know, if Bray's tired, I come in. If I'm tired, Bray's come in. I feel like that it doesn't necessarily get any better than that.
With Jackson at fullback, what do you like about what he can give you guys there? Because he's pretty athletic. He played running back. And he was kind of talking about how the plan, you know, he wasn't just going to be a blocking guy. He can catch passes.
Oh yeah, Jackson's an athlete. I don't think people really know that, but like that, he's a freak. Like he'll come out the backfield and he's fast. Like, he's not a typical fullback. I'm excited to see him kind of get the ball and kind of, you know, we can do some different things with him. So I'm excited for him. especially.
Just kind of back, I mean, I remember in the spring you mentioned that you got advice from Aaron Rodgers, one of your former Clemson teammates. What are some things that he told you maybe about ways to get on the field quicker? Because he had a pretty unnatural
Yeah, he
coverage.
came back in like 5 months.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the things that I got from him, and just even from when I was at Clemson, he would like instill different things in me. Like he would just tell me, like, especially things. I'd be frustrated. Like that's kind of all I needed, because you know he went through it. He came back in a ridiculous amount of time, and like when you need someone to like that's at that level tell you that, it meant a lot.
You still keep in touch with him now? He's pretty close to you.
Yeah, I haven't actually. I was gonna go up there for camp, but we have camp as well, so it kind of won't work out. But I've been in touch with him over the last couple of months, just giving him updates on my recovery.
You've got that extra year if you want it. You know, are you thinking about potentially using that extra year? Or is it kind of a play it by year and see how this season goes, given that, you know, you are coming off injury and missed a good amount of time?
Yeah, you know, I gave it some thought. It really just depends on how the year goes. Like, I feel really good physically, and, you know, it depends on the type of year I have. And, you know, if I have a good enough year, I feel like, you know, I have some film and it could happen. So we'll see.